Hey, Mimos, so do you have World Cup fever? I know I do. My favorite part of the World Cup so far is when that team scored a goal, and I was all like, go team, way to score a goal. I want to start out with a few shout outs. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Caleb Bellflower, who sent me a letter this week. And Caleb doesn't have a lot of tools to do woodworking, but he still manages to get some stuff done. But you know what was really cool? Check this out. Sealing wax. He made his own. He used a dowel and probably candle wax and then smooshed it on there with a quarter. I may not always use sealing wax, but when I do, it's extra fancy. Thanks, Caleb. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of tools or not. I have confidence you can build anything. And I want to thank everybody at the Diablo Woodworkers Club for making me feel so welcome last Wednesday. I gave a speech to their club, Bob and Robert and Peggy, and especially Greg. Greg has a blog called reclaimedwoodblog.com. Check it out. Greg is the one who invited me to speak. I really enjoyed that presentation. And what it was about was kind of the future of woodworking and how so often we hear that, oh, woodworking is dying out, nobody's doing woodworking. And my contention is that woodworking in the past 5 or 6 years has just exploded in popularity, especially among young people. And I think the main reason for that is because of the internet and because so many people are seeing what other people are doing and it's getting them excited and inspired. I also want to mention I'm not going to have a project video for the next 2 weeks. Next Friday I'll be at VidCon. The following week is the 4th of July, so it'll be the Friday after that. But I think I am going to have a video next Friday because a lot of people have been asking me for an updated shop tour. So I actually started shooting that this morning. So I'll have that on Friday. It's just not a project video. And if you are going to VidCon, please let me know. I'd love to meet you down there. VidCon is going to be a huge event. Sounds like there's going to be about 18,000 people attending. The biggest question I had about yesterday's project, the shop stool, had to do with the angles and how to get accurate angles. And that can be tough, but remember, the number isn't really as important as just locking it in. So when I say a 7-degree angle, I think if you're close to 7 degrees, you're gonna be fine. Obviously a wider angle, your legs are gonna be spread further apart. But you get it close, and then whatever tool you're using, whether it's the miter saw or a table saw with a miter gauge on it, just make sure that you lock it in there and then make all of your miter cuts at the same time so that nothing changes. And to me, the most difficult part of the project was really mental, trying to figure out exactly which way the angle went for the dowels and to drill those holes, because it's just my mind somehow doesn't want to always think the right way and I get really confused. So I was taking really careful notes and marking every board exactly where I wanted to drill the holes and how to put the dowels in, and well, you saw what happened. When I was putting it together, I still managed to screw it up. Even with the labels on there, I put the wrong size dowels because you figure there's 8 dowels on that, but there's 4 different sizes because of the way the legs taper up. And so that was really the biggest challenge to that project. It's not that hard. I think if I was going to do it a second time, it would be just totally easier. And I'm sure, I think if you're gonna make bar stools, you're probably gonna make just more than just one. So you would probably work out a system, kind of an assembly line type of thing. But I hope that video didn't discourage anybody from really trying it. I just had a challenging time because it was the first time I'd done it. But and I only needed one because it was actually not a bar stool. I made it as a guitar stool for my son, who has been using a drum throne, which is a little stool that he's had for years, and it's really wobbly and squeaky, and I've just been wanting to make him a proper stool for a while. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do my shop tour without cleaning anything up. I think we see too many shop tours with the shops all nice and tidy, right? My shop never seems to be that way anymore. I'm never really sure what to show on a shop tour, whether I just show the tools or how I organize things. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Hey, today's the first day of summer too, so happy solstice. No, not solstice, equinox. I don't know which it is. I want to make some sealing wax. I want to do that. But then I guess I'd actually have to mail a letter to somebody. Whirligig Wars is on again this year. If you haven't entered, do so. This is the 3rd year. LANEY is running this whole thing. I'm offering up a special prize for any whirligig that I find especially inspiring. I'm going to let you pick out anything from the Woodshop any t-shirt. And I'm also gonna donate $250 in your name to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So get started on those whirligigs. If you need some help, there's a lot of resources out there. Oh, quick plug for the Woodshop, just because this is a really cool sale and it's only 2 days, yesterday and today. Free shipping on everything. So if you're thinking about buying a t-shirt from the Woodshop, do so today. And I want to thank Janine Handley, who came up with a brand new design for a shirt, and it's up there now. Tip to be square. Oh, and I want to thank everybody who's been posting their I'm a Mimo video on YouTube. Those are a blast to look through. It's really hard for me to pick out ones to include on the show, but keep them coming. Remember, just post them to YouTube with the title I'm a Mimo and then the month, so that I can find them. I'll just do a search for them and then I'll just take care of the rest. And also, I want to thank everybody who's been posting their Ask Mimo questions on Twitter. If you have any questions, please keep those coming in. Use the hashtag AskMimo. I like the mix of questions on there. It's a very eclectic mix. Okay, so it's gonna be a busy couple weeks. I'll try to keep some videos coming here and there. I'm trying to pre-shoot some things, and I will talk to you all in probably a couple weeks. I don't know if I'll have this vlog next weekend or not. Have a great week. See you whenever.